Welcome to the Living Alone Diaries. One of the biggest challenges in my life thus far was choosing to live alone at a very young age. Moving to the big city all by myself at the age of 19 has given me the opportunity to connect to myself on a deeper level. However, on the other side of that coin, I've experienced the darkest parts of my mind, the abyss. I'm not going to pretend that it's easy and that it's all rainbows and sunshine. Oh no, my friends, when the storm hits, buckle up because you're about to experience the ride of your life. Living alone has allowed me to choose what I want to do in a space where the only companion is, yes, you guessed it, myself. I explore the depths of my soul, and with that, the possibility of actually enjoying myself, even in silence. Even when I'm doing my chores, even when I am tired of life, the last thing I'll do is give up trying. That's my anchor, my way through the darkness, knowing that there's always a second path. There is a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There is a void in your soul, ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? So many times in my life had I come to the realization that whatever hardships I faced in the past had led me to a place of self-discovery. Never was there a time from which I haven't learned anything. And the same goes for living alone, having to face all aspects of myself and becoming my own mother in a way. My living space is my playground, where I can freely let the inner child out. Has become my battleground, a place to fight and win in our battles. My art studio that allows me to open the gates of creative inspiration. But it's also my refuge from the noise of the world. It's where peace and stillness meet. Only when the neighbors are not disturbing me, of course, but that's another story. Lately, my day-to-day activities look very different from one another. Some days, even waking up is difficult, but usually I manage to start my days off with devotional practice. I choose to do yoga, either on my own or just find a class on YouTube or open. I've been doing yoga almost every day for the past 3 months now. And movement of this kind, where the main focus is on breath, creates an almost flow-like state in which the mind can calm down and let sensation come through. It has helped my overthinking a lot. Yoga makes me feel like an endless river without a destination. After my yoga practice, I do some meditation or breath work, which is a tremendous help in combating my anxiety. I can't forget to talk about journaling, the literal portal to your thoughts, emotions, and soul. My journal has become my companion on my life's journey. It is a direct way for me to connect to myself and learn to process emotions, thoughts, and life situations. I express my gratitude. I recall my achievements and challenges. Only with the help of my journal was I able to decompress from a lot of pain and hardship. I had times when I wouldn't even bother to write down what I am grateful for, yet now that's the least thing I'll do. On days when I have more time, I read some cards, either of my day ahead, or I choose a specific spread to either assist my shadow work or find the answers to my questions. Sometimes my devotional practice gets pushed to the evening, but that is all well, knowing that at least I've dedicated some time of my day to reconnect and find stillness. Something that I've realized is in times when I'm the most vulnerable, it's when I'm also reluctant to dive deeper into my soul. The resistance is created by the pain body. It fears revelation and it thrives in the dark. At the ripest time to reveal shadows is that heightened state of being when you're susceptible to alchemizing what is not serving you anymore. A wise human once said that the way we savor the mundane, the playfulness of our day-to-day actions, and the decision to experience even insignificant moments, like a fairy tale, can change our everyday reality. Tuning in rather than turning away. Facing the resistance. Allowing ourselves to find deeper meaning in our to-dos and chores, even when we're lazy and unwilling. Self-care doesn't have to stop. Indeed, I don't believe it ever should end. Caring for yourself can look like washing and cleansing your face in the morning, sensing the coldness of the water on your pretty face, putting on some cute clothes, playing around with your style preferences, or even doing grocery shopping. Putting on your headphones, wandering around the aisles, getting yourself a cozy drink at a cute cafe, going to the park for a picnic or bird watching, petting the cute dog you meet in the street. I find that even cooking something healthy and delicious is a way of self-care. Food that is nourishing and homemade feels way more nurturing. Trying out new recipes and baking some snacks, then watching a movie or even stand-up have been my latest obsessions. This is the true celebration of life. When you live life, life lives in you. Our environment is a direct reflection of our minds. The more I'm willing to clean up my space, the less unorganized my mind is, and vice versa. When I wake up, one of the first things I'll do is make my bed. I cover it with a cute blanket and uplift it with some pillows. I see the value in cleanliness and how satisfying it is to clean a dusty surface, wash the dishes at night, and have an empty sink in the morning. The smell of freshly washed clothes infuses the room as I hang them meticulously one by one. Then once they dried, folding them up carefully and putting them away so they will be wearable once again. I had to become independent at a very early age. In some aspects, it makes sense why it is easier for me to live alone and take care of myself. When I first moved in, I started to realize how much of that independence was built on distractions. Endlessly scrolling on my phone, binge watching shows until my eyes fell out, then going to sleep like a zombie, all numb and tired. But not in a good way, more like in my life is meaningless kind of way. I might go into more of my struggles in another video. I still fall back to some of these old patterns. Yet I must proudly say that I managed to overcome most of them. Many things contributed to this change. It was a simultaneous shift coming from many directions. However, looking back, I must reflect on the decision to change that had led me to step through the door instead of leaving it open. As I started to consciously shift my days from distractions to presence, I realized how much time I have on my hands, which I can spend on connecting with people, creating art, or even just resting, staying in silence, which is still uncomfortable. Not gonna lie. Most of these changes happened over time. It took me a lot of surrender to the little silent voice in my head and following it wherever it wants to lead me. But I believe that our struggles are meant to be our teachers, to help us move towards a better life, a life that we wish to have, a life that we are made to have. And these struggles and obstacles are there for us to see what is missing and how can we fill that emptiness, that void with light. Because, as again another great teacher said, darkness doesn't exist. It's just the absence of light.